Sagittarius, how you doing, guys? So we're going to do you a reading. Don't forget, though, very quickly, if you didn't know, I read in numerology, and you can watch this as Taurus, Sagittarius, or Life Path 5. Okay, so basically meaning that if you're a Sag and you don't have any Taurus in your chart at all anywhere, you can actually watch Taurus readings, okay? Because they're 5s, major arcana 5. So it relates to me saying that this would be a Life Path 5 reading. That's how I read. Okay, so let's see. Reedy, Rachel, Richard, Evans, Barry, Tina, Tyler, Tanya, Tarot. Some of you are doing tarot card readings. This person does, or something like that. Let's see. Sagittarius, what have we got coming up for Sagittarius? So Libra, possible working, hiring and firing. On the hiring line, as people are fired, people are also hired. Trying to find a higher position. Some of you are looking for a higher position in where you're working. But I keep hearing both. I'm just been hired by maybe a Pisces or a Libra. Okay, or I've just been fired by a Pisces or a Libra. Maybe. Okay, but these are people that are teaching. This could also be a teacher, actual physical teacher. It could be anywhere, like restaurants and stuff like that, okay? But I've just hired someone. Someone's on the payroll. This is also somebody that could also be involved with social services to do with children that they have, maybe with an ex. And this would be like the children go off and see the baby mother or father and so on and so forth. There's some kind of work connection that's also going on here between a couple. Whether it be platonic or someone that drinks gin and tonic and they've got a bit of a drinking problem. There could be someone that starts to drink at work. This could also be like a boozer or a restaurant then maybe here. Because this is like the office. And in Britain, we call the boozer the office. This could be office work here. Offords. St. Neots, Sandy. Let's see, Sagittarius. So you've got a single person. Oh, okay. So you got someone that's very keen or Keely or Casey. Someone that's very attractive. Someone that admires someone from afar. Okay, admirable. I'm also hearing admiral. Something to do around car insurance or life insurance or something like that. Insurance company, whether that be a car or something that's being insured. I'm also hearing to be sure, someone from Ireland. Or Gary, Tina. But for the best of it, this could actually be someone that's single and flirtatious. They give off a single vibe regardless. If they do and they are committed, this is going on at work, but they could already be with someone, but they flirt. This pair of people here flirt at work. This guy here is very curious, and it could be you, Sagittarius, maybe, is looking at somebody like if they're single at work, trying to find out if they're single or flirting with someone. Let's see. Sagittarius, what's coming up for Sagittarius? So 8 of Wands, a lot of communicating in a relationship. So somebody here is in a commitment, somebody's in a relationship, but there may be somebody here that is actually flirting whilst in a commitment and a relationship, but they flirt at the same time, and they may or may not be giving off the right impression. If this isn't going on at work and there is no flirtatious third energy, then basically this is just someone that is independent. They like the life of luxury. They can afford to buy nice things, or they're going out shopping, and your man admires you here for being independent, doing it by yourself here. 6 of Cups is either a family or an actual relationship that someone's in, but there are discussions about being in one. If one is single, there is discussions about physically being in this commitment relationship still, or a new one. Like it's either, but what is being offered here, if not already present, is a commitment and a relationship. So there's discussions about maybe working on it and half the time I feel like the conversations would be, well, you need to start paying me some more attention because I feel like I'm a single person in a commitment. And a lot of the times you don't pay attention to me and you're always working and there isn't enough time for us to be in a committed relationship. But I want to talk about being in it, but what we can do in order to compromise to be in this commitment and relationship, and how does this work for you and what works for you? Because this is a lot of hours that someone has to put in. This is like clocking up the hours and like paying tax and so on and so forth, paying mortgages and rents and bills and stuff like that, or the name bill or bills. Okay, but like, you know, because I have to pay all of that, maintenance and all those sort of things, there's this discussion about, you know, spending time with one another outside of the work, outside of a working relationship. So if that isn't present as a couple that are doing that, and there's a new energy here that is single, someone's prowling around this person in order to think, well, if you're single, we're kind of flirting, because the King of Wands can also be a big flirtatious energy, especially with the Nine of Pentacles, whilst even in a commitment, they're like flirting around other people. Okay. Let's see. Sagittarius. So this could be you or your partner, yeah. And it causes arguments, even if there is a connection here that where it's like, we need to discuss this. Someone starts getting pissed off and angry. I mean, you know me, Sagittarian. Sag and Tauruses are fives. Okay, so if you get an angry five that starts losing their temper, then there's this energy of an argument that starts to arise over a commitment and relationship because of someone's temper. Okay. You know, there's very rarely that people can ever break up in a commitment or relationship when they're not pissed off. You have to be pissed off and start an argument for someone to start backing away from a commitment or relationship, because they get fed up with being moaned at and complained at, right? So someone starts arguing about the relationship present, or there's some sort of attention seeking outside of a relationship. Five of Swords can also be mental health, ADHD. I'm dating or seeing a person that has mental health, but I'm arguing with them. People with ADHD don't argue. Okay, trust me, I have it, and there's loads of people that have ADHD nowadays. People with ADHD are not very argumentative. They're really not. They're more emotionally distant than anything else. They just find it hard to concentrate, but they can't concentrate when someone's shouting and screaming at them, right? So there's this fear that someone has about approaching someone because they feel like they're going to get shouted at, okay, or they're going to get blamed. So what's justice here for? Now, there could be someone that is actually present in a commitment here, and they don't know whether to actually be single or not because they're struggling in their commitment and relationship, and it's more of a push-pull game of thrones. Right? Who's in charge? I'm a king. I'm a king. Right? I'm in charge. No, I'm in charge. Right? Let's see. What's justice energy here for? Five of Wands. Oh dear, a lot going on at work, Sagittarius. Ace of Cups in reverse. So let me give you all possibilities here. At work, to do with tax and money, or a taxi, Life Path 7 Cancerian, or driving. But like, when it comes to work relationships and work, there's a lot of competition and there's a lot of people around. Now, that's either for a commitment or a relationship, or there's just a lot of problems going on around banking. Justice is a bank, right? So it means in debt, okay, or regretting something. It's also signing contracts and everything else. It's a marriage, an ex-marriage relationship. Someone not wanting to offer somebody because of their aggression. But like I said, this person could actually be in a commitment. And that's what's making them start to feel like this isn't fair. Like, I'm sick to death of it. Or there is an affair, what I'm hearing. Like, there's an affair going on with, okay, so hold on. A fairground attraction. So somebody could be flirting that's very attractive, Okay, flirting whilst in a commitment. And there's this attraction and this possible affair. Someone that also has fair hair. Fair hair, but blonde hair. Is also what I'm picking up here. Let's see, what's the Three of Wands? The Three of Pentacles is possible Leo energy, maybe Aquarian. Wow, so some of you do have children possibly with an ex or this person, and there's a lot of arguments going on with either parents or work. So there's a few. Three of Pentacles can also be that it's too expensive in order to drop my children off at, to be looked after by social, what do they call it, daycare centres. If you've got children and you have to pay 5 days a week for childcare, you spend more money than you actually earn. Like the wages in Britain don't exceed the amount that you have to pay for childcare. So it isn't worth parents going to work, because in order to get someone to look after their children, this is true fact, childcare now is so expensive that by the time you've earned your money, you've given it to the childcare. It's true. Like every penny that you earn goes to childcare. So you have to have parents and people looking after your children whilst you're at work. That is causing some kind of complication for you or this person, Sagittarius. Okay. Whether my ex can look after the children, whether I really want my ex to be around my children, whether I can ask my parents, can I bring my child into work so I can keep an eye on them whilst I'm at work? Okay. Now you've also got a lot of childish, or a fish, Pisces, but you've also got a lot of childish, or they have, a childish interaction with people that are very young at work here. This is my reading all day long, Sag, sorry. But my business partner is also a Sagittarian. And we're employing and God knows what else in a fast food franchise, right? And a lot of the people that we employ are either younger or just very childish. Can be a lot of childish communication, a lot of arguments, a lot of things going on around work, a lot of organisation. This is like going for a manager position or someone that's manager or Maja or Maria. Let's see. What is the Nine of Pentacles? Sagittarius, single, or life path 5. Or feeling like you are. But you see, the trouble is that someone here is trying to get the attention of someone that possibly has money, which means a pedestal. Guys, if there's, sorry, women, close your ears. Right? Look at the energy of looking up and looking down, right? If you bend over backwards doing for something and you show desperately of wanting to be with someone, you're actually putting them on a pedestal where they're actually looking down at you. If you start like flaunting money and stuff everywhere, they actually look down at you, not up at you, right? So there's this energy of where I'm single and I need money, okay, or I'm independent, but you can give me money, but that makes someone look down at someone here, you see, or Darren. But this is looking down at someone where the king should really be up here, whereas like, look up to me, okay? But there's this struggle between a pedestal that somebody could have put someone on where they have a spiritual connection with someone, and there's this transaction or transsexual, some sort of like disease maybe, sexual, or there's this transaction of like being in charge. But there's talking, but this is like, I need some money in order to like treat me well, like, or someone that's very, like I said, it's like, I'll buy you this and I'll buy you that and I'll give you affection. But normally what you do is when you do that, you'll attract someone that'll take that from you maybe and, you know, see you as a pimp, right? Instead of a wise person. What's the King of Wands? The Tower, sexual frustration. Sexual energy here. Like there's a lot of flirtatious going on, behavior going on here. Flirting. Because the king and the The Tower is somebody that thinks about someone sexually, privately or also together. So it can be a very flirting energy. The Queen of Cups means that I've actually got feelings for you, and that is the reason why I'm flirting with you, is because I have a connection with you. And if you're coming up as single, then there's nothing harming us actually flirting. But that could also be going on at work. But like I said, it could be where someone's in a commitment already. Because there's like this friendship type sort of thing, but flirting. What is the Eight of Wands? Working really hard. Someone wants a new start and a new beginning and a new job, right? New job, new fresh start, new beginning, completely and utterly, right? It's going to give me a whole new lease of life if I take it. Some of you, you keep going backwards and forwards between working on a commitment and ending it. 1 minute you're working on it, and then the next minute you're ending it. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde type sort of energy. We're working on it for the moment, but then we're not. Sabotage. Like, we're working on it. No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not. Right? So someone starts contemplating on ending a situation altogether, maybe with someone new that they could be flirting with. What's this? Six of Cups. Star Aquarian, maybe Leo, Libra, and the Nine of Cups. Oh, okay. So someone's with their actual partner that they could have been with for a while. But at the same time, someone believes that this person's going to be in their life in the future, which means that in the future, because it's written, I have to wait to see what happens in the future, because I can't quite make up my mind, because I may not be emotionally fulfilled. So I can't really say yes or no whether I'm in a commitment or relationship yet. I've got to kind of see how it goes, because I'm still attached to someone. What's the Five of Swords? There's going to be arguments about finances and money, robbing Peter to pay Paul. Something to do around the Seven of Swords of driving. This is also part of the Chariot. This is someone that's coming back in order to get money. The Moon, hiding things of some kind of sexual instant gratification. It's also hiding things from one's mother. There's something here going on around arguments about finances and money. Could be going on about work. Who is owed certain amounts of money causes arguments about taking it from one to give it to another. Like, I'm taking it from here and I'm going back here to get money, and then I'm taking it and I'm going wherever to give it here. Okay. So it could be someone that uses someone, like I said, it could be someone using someone as like a sugar daddy of like, well, if you're going to keep offering me money, I'm going to keep taking it, right? Knowing that I can come back at any point and get money from you, because you look up, like, instead of, how can I put this, man? When you put people on a pedestal, man, they don't look up to you, they look down at you, right? So you give them everything that you want because you're like, oh, no, I'll give you it. Oh, okay, I'll help you out this time, and I'll help you out, and I'll help you out. So they're not actually looking up to you, they're actually looking down at you. Okay, instead of rising above it and having certain boundaries about oneself that can come across as someone that, like, I wouldn't approach you asking you for that kind of thing, because that's not morals, that's not respecting someone here. And it's kind of like this lack of respect and this disrespect energy of, like, you know, you come here and you ask me for money and you take it, but where are you going with it? What are you doing with it? Where are you spending it? Here. Because like I said, this could be a mother, like the Moon is, we've got children together and the ex and blah, 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 and this is the mother of the child, and it's been very toxic, and it could go towards drink or alcohol. Okay, this could also be someone that's driving under the influence of drugs and alcohol as well around the workplace. Ten of Pentacles, where I'm earning money, I'm earning money and then I'm spending all of my money on drugs and alcohol and then possibly driving under the influence. The moon is an influenced energy, okay? So dark side, okay, or Tyneside or something like that, or suicide, maybe, I don't know. Contemplating suicide, don't know. But like I said, there's a few messages coming through here, Sag, so I just want to make sure I get them all out. This can be, like I said, somebody that comes back into one's life that is a baby mama that wants payments and money, okay? Because it can also be like a catfished energy of like trying to get as much money as I can, and I'm prepared to do what I can and take it from my mother, okay? Maybe. But if you've got a baby with someone, this is where there's a lot of chasing and running and trying to get one's attention. And I come back when I need a pick-me-up, okay, where I need you to pick me up and take me here and take me there, and I'll use you for your car and all that sort of stuff, because I'm hearing pick-me-up. But then I'm also hearing an energy of where it's a pick-me-up, which means it's drugs or alcohol. And I need you to supply me with something in order to give me a pick-me-up. But that would also be a sexual instant gratification that's also here. Okay. Because this is what do you desire and what you want. Now, there could also be a lot of arguments about work life, which means that I'm addicted to earning money and needing money and prepared to do anything to get it. Yeah. This is also someone that has ADHD and mental health. This is mental health energy, and this is like people get like this in Britain, Sagittarius, in case this is any kind of channel messages for you. But people that get on incapacity benefit here. If you are mentally ill, you have mental illness. In Britain, you're classed as disabled. You have a disability because you have a mental illness. That is disability. It's known as a disability. Mental illness is known as a disability. If you also have like back pain and you can't walk and God knows what else, okay, you get caught in this trap also of like benefits, right? People in Britain, they can claim benefits and not have to work. Sometimes then that stops them from working because they seize up and they have bad backs, but it stops them from working because they think, if I work, I'm going to lose my benefit, right? So if I go back to work, I'm going to lose my benefit, and the benefit pays me more than the actual wages that people pay, right? It's a known fact. It's Britain for you. Okay, being off work actually pays you more money than what it actually does being at work. Go figure, right? So when being offered a job, if someone is on child support, maintenance, and they can't work, okay, trying to get them to work is very difficult because you have to persuade them to give up paying, like, I can't because I owe my missus and blah, 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 and so on and so forth, right? Or like, I'm claiming money off the government, and if I come to work for you, then I'm going to lose that attachment where I'm getting the money for free, okay? There's going to be someone that lives with their parents for free also is what I'm picking up, okay? So like, I want things for free. I want this for free. I don't know what this is about, trying to break free. I want to break free. I want to break free. Someone might want to come out sexually to someone, but I want to break free from the devil, but it still has me attached to it. So it's like codependent energy of money, drink, drugs, alcohol, buying, spending, lending, all of those, but it's something to also around a mother. There can also be a jealousy here. I'm jealous the fact that you have more than me. Or you have it easier than me. That's a hard one. It's a hard habit to break, right, Sagittarius? Instant gratification. Let's see. Sagittarius. I am not letting you go that easily. See, somebody just cannot seem to say no to this person. I just can't seem to stay away for long before I'm back. Or before we get back together, I can't seem to physically break the chains and say, no, I mean it, that's it, it's done, it's finished, I'm over. It's more than likely where you talk to your friends, you're like, hey, with them? They're like, no. Oh, and then the next time you see them, yeah, we're back together. And you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. Right, I just can't seem to break away from them. Karmic twat flame. Possibly not your real one, right? A lot of lessons that you're going around and around and around with this person that is very similar, possibly to a real soulmate, twin flame. It's more dynamic, it's more argumentative, it's more related to mental illnesses and borrowing money and a baby mother and father and X energies, okay? Someone that doesn't compliment you as well, look after you, like, is always out for your best needs, where you feel such high vibration around this person, you would basically do anything for one another. You wouldn't harm one another, okay? You wouldn't keep shouting and screaming and blaming and splitting up and playing mind games, trying to outdo one another. That's a karmic mirror, right? That's where you're mirroring lessons backwards and forwards. Now, in my experience of 17 years, you can actually stay and end up with that person, not knowing what it would be like to be with the actual one, because some actual ones do have a lot of stuff to go through to actually learn to see if in the future it works. But then again, who's to say whether that's actually real or not, right? So karmic twin flames and actual twin flames are like, they're very, 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 very similar, where you'll get very confused to not knowing, is this my forever, ever partner? Well, one thing that should actually satisfy you knowing is that whatever is meant to be for you, it will. And if that is your person, you will always end up back together at some point. If you are supposed to destiny be with someone, you will. You actually will. But that could be at any point in your life. Okay, any point. Anybody can come back into anybody's life 5, 10, 15 to 20 years later, okay, and end up actually being the one, right? Someone that you could have met like 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, right? And that you had a lot of lessons to go through and you separated all of that time. But then all of a sudden destiny seems to have brought you back around at some point, right? That's a reason that needs seeing, like your life path. It's on your life, a soulmate. Right, so which one you end up being with is that you have a lot of shit to go through. So my advice is enjoy it while it's there and go through it and learn it, right? Because you never know which is your actual one. Let's see. Because when it comes down to it, right, the way you feel about yourself is the way you see the mirror. Right. So if you wouldn't treat, this is both of you at the same time, right? This isn't just what do I have to practice. When you're in a mirrored state of a twin flame, right? What you hate about each other is what you reflect to each other and why you have so much difficulty. But what it is that you love about yourself and the other person has learned that along their way. When you actually meet the right one, they will have so much respect for you because you have so much respect for them. Which means yourselves, you would have gone through that much to like separately, like, you know, twin flame, we actually meet, we separate, blah, 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 we come back together, or I meet someone, blah, blah, blah. The person would have had such a high vibration of respect for themselves that they complement what you believe in. They believe in so much similar stuff that you wouldn't really have to argue to get each other like, well, what do you see about a relationship? How do you see this and how do you see that? And what are your values and what are your morals and what do you attract and blah, blah, blah. They would be more or less the same. You wouldn't have to go through that amount of work to get that from one another. When you have to get that amount of respect and that much love and that much hassle from one another, that obviously means a lot of karma, right? So what's it mean? Karmic twin flame, right? When you don't have to do that and you don't have to do too much and it hasn't gone wrong and you meet someone and all of your values and your morals and the way that you see commitments and relationships and the way that you're supposed to carry yourself, that person will see that in you because they see it in themselves. That's why they're attracted to you, right? But when you have push and pull, it's the opposite because you're trying to get that respect out of the mirror that you can't get from yourself. You haven't done the work. Okay, now that doesn't mean, well, what do I need to do? Go away and meditate. No, it just means that you need to keep doing these kind of things until you learn. You can only learn with another energy. You can't learn on your own. When you're on your own, you don't get any kind of lessons or mirrors or arguments and how to handle yourself to become stronger and independent. Okay, you have to be challenged in order to get that. And if you're not challenged, then you're more mentally challenged when it comes to challenging someone of a game of wits. Okay? So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed my reading. If you would like to learn more, you can obviously join the join button below, which is only $3 or $4. There's 35 hours full of teaching videos over there. There is loads of different readings over there. Some of them come out beforehand and some of them come out like a day later or 2 days later, and some stay over there. Okay, can't tell you which ones, but say, for instance, this comes out on YouTube and I'm saying this. That means that it came out on the join button 2 or 3 days before. The people that are over there get to see them, and then it comes out on YouTube. If you want to be a part of it and you only want to pay me $2 or $3, then that really does help out my channel, and I really would appreciate it because it helps me out. And the more I get helped out, the more I can help you out. Okay? So thanks very much. All links are provided below, and I'll see you soon.